Hi, my friends. Welcome to my page, DIY Crafts with Dar. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. I have a fun little gingerbread project. I'm going to try it out. I'm not sure if it's going to work the way I want it to. I might have to tweak it in. So I have not listed it yet. So we're going to test it out. I hope you guys are all doing okay. And let me show this to you. It's so cute. So it says baked with love. Has a little gingerbread guy holding a little cookie, and then it's going to be on this stand. So hopefully it will all turn out. We're gonna paint it pretty quickly too. I do have to go deliver some stuff to the craft show this morning. I got all set up, and now it is time for the craft show to open today. I got a couple of things I got to take over there. How is everybody? Go ahead and say hello. Let me see if I can get this shared over to VIP group really quick. So, are you guys all ready are you ready for Thanksgiving? Do you have all of your stuff ready to start cooking tomorrow? Oh my goodness, it got here quick. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna start really quickly. I do have a lot going on today. Unfortunately, my life is just a little crazy right now. So let's go ahead. I will be checking messages later today. I have not had a chance. I know I do have some messages in there, but oh my goodness. Yesterday was a whirlwind of getting my craft show set up, and then I got home from the craft show and I was doing paperwork, and I've got more paperwork today. It's really hard for me, guys. It is hard when I'm gone. So let me go ahead and put these here. I'm gonna dissect this little gingerbread, and we're gonna just jump right in and get started with this. So hope you guys are having a good day so far. I am. My day is just gonna be, it's gonna go by really fast. I just know it. I just know it. So we are going to paint the back of this two different colors. I'm looking at the little sample. I kind of like the way it is. I'm kind of torn. But they did paint this a different color. They painted this part a different color and this part a different color. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get started with this. Go ahead and say hello as you hop on. My alarm keeps going off on my phone. I must have had a bazillion alarms set. So, hi guys, how are you? Hi Bridget, hi Carrie, hi Betty, hi Sarah, good morning. Hope everybody is doing well. We're going to do brown. Let's do our milk chocolate. I want to test this out and see if it works. And then if it does, I'm going to get a bunch made for Friday. So, craft show opens today. I do have a couple of the inserts to take over, and then I have something I need to take over for Miss Blenda, who's in charge of this show. So she's going to do a giving tree. She's doing a giving tree to benefit the food bank. So I have her signs for that. So I'm going to take that over this morning. So we're just going to jump right in. We're going to get started. Sorry, just have to, I want to test this out. I want to see if it's going to work. And I might need some big brushes to get right in there. Go ahead and say hello if you're just hopping on. I am sorry that my life is so hectic this time of year. It just really is. It's a crazy life. So it always is. If you have been with me for a few years, you know that craft show season is always just a little bit hectic for me. And then it's over. And then my life gets back to somewhat normal. But right now I am solely focused on getting through these craft shows and making sure that I keep caught up with all my paperwork for my bookkeeping job. So those are my things right now. And then I will get back to doing all the other stuff. So if I'm not answering right away, I'm sorry. I have to stay focused. I get distracted easy enough with all the little things in life. So right now I just need to get through these. There goes another alarm. I am so afraid that I'm going to oversleep that I have a dozen alarms set. I and mainly that was for my craft show last week. I just have this fear that I get a phone call from my crafters going, "Where are you? Why are you not here? You were supposed to be here and you're not." And that I'm just getting out of bed. I have that fear of oversleeping. Anyone else? I mean, it's for me it's real because I do sleep in. Unfortunately I do have that issue. This morning I was just racing around. I was actually cutting this out. So I want to test it out, make sure it's going to work the way that I am doing it. And then I will get a bunch of them cut out and painted so I have more in my booth. My booth looked full when I left. I did bring in all of my everyday stuff and fill my booth. Okay, so that's milk chocolate. And then I'm going to do light buttermilk for the rest of this. But I do want to dry that before I start doing that. And then we'll do gingerbread colors for this. This will be black. We want it to be a contrast. And our cookie we're going to do in, I didn't get the right pink. I want cotton candy. Where are you, cotton candy? I know you're here. I want cotton candy. Okay, go ahead and, oh, it is here. Go ahead and say hello as you hop on. Let me see her. Hi, Lori Walsh. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Sandy. Good morning, Kirsten. Hi, Darlene Barr. Good morning, Laura. How many shows do I have left? I have 2. I have this one that starts today, and then I have one next week. And next week's is just a small one. Next week is at the retirement center, but I usually do pretty good at that show. So I will be happy to get them done, and then I can get back to all the normal stuff. What is normal? I don't even know at this point. Right now, I am just jumping through hoops. I got 2 sets of inserts made last night. Tara had painted for me. I got home from setting up my craft show, and I walked into my back room, and Tara had painted yesterday. So that means that she was caught up with orders. So if you had orders, they have all gone out. But she had painted the Easter insert. She hadn't finished it, but she had it painted, and I just had to do the details. I sent her a message, thank you so much, because I was going home to paint the Valentine's one. I sold out of all my Valentine's ones at the last craft show. And then I do need to paint some more St. Patrick's Day ones. I only have, I think 3 of those left, and I'll need more than that. But that will happen tonight. I'll be taking those on Friday. So people that get there today to shop may not get their St. Patrick's Day insert today. They might have to come back on Friday. So anyway, so I got Easter and Valentine's inserts, 6 of each, completed last night. So, but I need more shelf setters, and this would be perfect. People love gingerbread. At least my customers love gingerbread stuff, and this is super cute. So I figured, you know what? I'm going to try it out. So I'm doing light buttermilk on this part. I used milk chocolate for the top part. I think I need to just turn my sheet here so that I can get right in here. Sometimes it's easier to have your piece of wood not on the cardboard, but you can easily just turn your cardboard or take it off of the sheet. Okay, getting right there, and then I'll use a bigger brush to get the rest of it. So sorry, I'm just hopping right in. Is everybody ready? Do you have all your ingredients that you need for tomorrow, or do you have to still go to the store? I'm not really doing any cooking. I might make my pumpkin bread tomorrow. I make gluten-free pumpkin bread for me and my daughter and my daughter-in-law. So it's always kind of a treat to make it, because I don't like to bake stuff just for myself. My husband really doesn't eat it, but my daughter and my daughter-in-law, they like the pumpkin bread, and I use oat flour when I cook it, when I make it, so it is gluten-free. I grind my own oat flour, so I know that my oatmeal is gluten-free. Okay, all right, let's start getting these base coated. Honey brown is our color for our gingerbread, the hands, the word love. And then we have candy, cotton candy, and this will be black. So, oh my goodness, guys, I just, I will be so glad to have a weekend that I don't have a craft show, that I can sleep in. I'm actually going to be very grateful this Sunday to not have anything, because my craft show was over last weekend, but I had to get up early to go pick up all of my signs. So I didn't get to sleep in at all. I had to get up, which getting up at 6 on a Saturday or Sunday is always difficult for me, because I just want to sleep just a little bit. Just let me sleep till 8 o'clock. Okay, we will speckle this. We do need to speckle it when we're all done. I'm just kind of, like I said, I'm testing it out to make sure it will work the way that I want to do it. And I'm doing it a little bit different than the pattern was, just to have it work for what I need it for. And to make it a little bit easier when I'm painting a bunch of them, rather than having a ton of details in there. Okay, let's get some black. Need some black for the other little words. We don't need a lot. We'll need black for the eyes, though. Okay, so black for that. Yeah, my husband got the, all his ingredients, went to Costco, did his shopping there. So he's just doing a few dishes, which for him, that is so unusual. He's usually the one that cooks everything. So he's going to be a little bit lost on Thanksgiving Day, knowing that he's not cooking everything. He's probably, maybe he'll take a nap. Maybe he'll rest with the dogs. Maybe he'll watch TV, watch a movie. But he's going to be a little bit lost, because when you're used to doing everything, it's really hard to give that up. Okay, let's go ahead and dry. Josh and he recently had a significant leak on his mitral valve, probably requiring surgery. He'll give the answers on December 5th. Oh gosh, yeah. Let's all say some prayers for Sarah's son. Oh goodness. That's so hard for him to keep going through that. I'm sorry. I was wondering how he was doing. Okay, I gotta get second coats on everything, and then we'll do details. Hopefully I have all my stuff in here that I need for cheekies and all of that. Okay, so let's do our dark brown first. So let's do our milk chocolate. Get that done. See if I can get right around here. So I did a little video of my booth last night. I don't know how the video turned out. I didn't go back and watch it. I think it looked okay. I need to take pictures too, because I like to have pictures just for looking at in the future and seeing what did I have. So oh, there goes another alarm. You guys, oh, I tell you, I just worry. I worry so much about not getting up on time that I have a bazillion alarms set. And I think it's just not clearing. There we go. It snoozed. That's what the problem was. It had snoozed. Okay, now let me get a little bit more milk chocolate. Sorry, I'm kind of in a rush this morning, but I want to make sure this works. Wanted to paint with you. I do have to... Oh, that was not the right brush, Darlene. Let me get a different brush. This is the correct brush. I did want to paint with you and make sure this works. But yeah, I do have to rush out the door to go over to the craft show for her giving tree. She's going to have a giving tree. I didn't get to show you our giving tree. So last weekend, I put the little tags on the silver tree. Remember the silver tree in my booth? So I put little tags, $1, $2, $5, $10, $20 for the Frosted Faces. They're the agency that takes in all the older dogs. And then also for the local animal shelter. And we raised $645 for them. And Blenda said, oh, she wanted to do something. So she's doing it for the food bank, for the local food bank, to help out, because there are people that, you know, they need extra help. They need food. And the food bank is taxed heavily with so many people needing food. So that's her charity that she is raising money for, which I think is a good one. So I made her the sign. I'm like, I have the format already. Let me just do it for you. I'll laminate it. I'll bring it. I have to be there and bring a couple of things. I'm not working at the show today. I'm going to turn this upside down to make it easy for me. I'm not working at the show, but I will bring it by because I need to bring a couple more things for my booth. So doing that this morning. Got it all laminated for her. It's always good to have things laminated so you can use it again if you need to. And it just looks nicer. Yep, looks nicer when it's laminated. So the lamination things, they're just those little plastic type sleeves that you feed through. I learned a lesson a long time ago. When I put the piece of paper into the laminated sleeve, I immediately washed my hands after. Because guess who has learned the hard way that lamination powder stings like heck. I accidentally touched my eyes once after putting the sheets into the laminating sleeve. So you put it into the sleeve and then you feed it through the machine. And oh my gosh, my eyes burned so badly. So there's powder inside there that when it's heated, it adheres the plastic together. That powder, if you get that on your hands and then you touch your eyeballs, it's kind of like having jalapeno sauce on your hands. Kind of like that. So if you're ever laminating, make sure that you are washing your hands after you touch the pouch part. So yeah, not a fun thing. Has anybody else done that? Because I tell you, you only have to do it once to learn that lesson. Hi, Dawn. How are you? Hi, April. Hi, Sandy. Hey, Laura. Betty says you're doing Thanksgiving today at your daughter's. It was the only time that you could get everybody together because you have 2 CHP officers and 1 in the oil field. Yes. No, I understand completely. My daughter actually had her Thanksgiving last weekend. Some people will have it a week early because, you know, the families, it's hard because my daughter has our family and then she has her husband's family all here. So and I noticed that one of the sisters in that family they're out at the desert. So they got together last weekend and did theirs. A lot of people will do that. They'll do it early. Okay, we got all of our second coats pretty much on these. And we'll start doing our details on our little gingerbread. Get this all glued together. I think it's going to be super cute. I need to plug in my glue gun. I'm like, I need to do this. I need to do that. All right. One more coat of pink for this little cutie pie. Okay. All right, let's dry everything. While it's drying, I'm going to plug in my glue gun. Where is it? Okay. Trying to do 2 things at once. I'm standing on the cord. I can get the cord. There we go. It's just my life, my busy life. Okay. All right, get it dry, Charlene. I'm like trying to hold it at the same time. Oh my goodness, guys. All right. Get it completely dry. We'll do our details on our gingerbread. There are some little sprinkles on the cookie. I'll do those with the deep red. I need cheekies on my gingerbread. I need frosting on my gingerbread. And I need to do all the inking. So I have not posted this on the website yet. I need to make sure it works. Okay, so let's get a stylus. Let's do sprinkles on our cute little cookie. I'm going to get a different little thing for the pink for the cheeks. But let's just get a little bit of this. It's a alizarin crimson. I'm going to use a stylus. I can't see where the sprinkles are supposed to be because I covered it up. So there is frosting around it. So I want to stay more in the center and just do, I'm going to take it off of here. I'm going to take this off, and this off because I need to do all the details. Let's move all of our brushes. Let's scooch this up. We're going to do all of our details on these guys. So I want to have all the little sprinkles in the center area of this. And then I'm going to do frosting around the outside. I have my little teeny tiny brush. Remember those little fingernail brushes that to do designs on fingernails? I have that. Okay. All right. I think that's good. Okay, let us dry really quickly. I have my little brush to do cheekies. This one has small cheeks. We do have to do frosting around it. Okay. Gotta do frosting on our ginger. Gotta do eyeballs and cheekies. And tap that down. Okay, so I'm going to use vintage pink for my cheeks. I'm going to bring this in. I have the smaller little dauber, the small one. Okay, so let me just get a little bit of that. Oh my goodness. So my granddaughter that is in El Salvador, she finally posted pictures so we could check out where she's at. And it's gorgeous over there. Has anybody ever been to El Salvador? It looks beautiful. She's doing good. So I was happy to see pictures because, you worry. You worry about things like that, when they're out of the country. It would be hard. It would be hard for me. I'm sure it was hard for my mama when I lived in Japan. we didn't have technology to where are the eyeballs at? Let me see my picture here. Cute little eyeballs. We were not able to text or email easily. We had to mail letters. Okay, there's that. Let's dry this so that I don't touch the eyeballs. So we have cute little eyeballs. Okay, then I have my little teeny tiny brush that I'm going to use. I'm going to get a little bit of white and do that. Hi, Dawn. How are you? Okay. All right. I think we're okay. Let's do our white. We're going to be needing those to ink. Let's get some of our white out here. Just test. If you're just hopping on, I am just testing this out to see if it works. I did not post this yet. I need to make sure that it works. I'm going to use my little teeny tiny brush to do my frosting. I could have used the marker that I showed you the other day, but I really just wanted to use this. I'm going to put these up onto the tape. So when I do my heat gun on it, they don't blow away and flip over. I have had that happen with smaller pieces before. Okay, there's that. So I'm just using like a wiggly line. I'm going to do the same around my cute little cookie. Just going to do a little squiggly frosting line around the cookie. We are going to ink the edges to make them look brown, but I do want the frosting on there first. So if this turns out, I'll take a picture. I'll post it when I get back from delivering stuff to my craft show. Cute. I think it's going to be cute. I just wasn't sure if it's going to look good. I didn't want to post it and have it not look the way it needs to look. Okay, that can be upside down. Okay, so frosting on the head. These little brushes don't hold a lot of paint. And I cannot see where my line is supposed to be, so I'm just kind of faking it. Okay, the hands are up here, so I don't have to do the hands. I do need to do the feet. I'm going to look at it kind of goes like that. And then it's shaded in there. So then the other side is from the other direction. Kind of like that. Okay, so oops. Okay, let's dry. Let's dry this and we'll do this smile. And we'll do eyelashes. We'll shade it. We'll glue it together. We'll speckle it. Needs a little white dot in the eyes. Needs a mouth. Needs white on the cheek. So a couple of things. So a little white dot in the eyeball. So I always like to do that. And then dots on the cheekies. Okay, and then we're going to give him a mouth. And we're going to give eyelashes. And I'm going to do the mouth a little different than what they did. I kind of like to have like that. And let's dry. Let's dry all that. And then we're going to ink. So done. I'm doing good. Just crazy busy this time of year. My life is so busy. But I wanted to hop on and I was going to paint this project this morning and just paint it and go. But I'm like, I may as well be painting it with you guys. Okay, let's ink everything. We're not going to ink the black. But everything else, we're going to pull everything off of here. We'll do the base first and get that glued together. Get all of this. I'll probably dry this one. Is it dry? I guess it is. Okay, get all these guys off. All of this off. Yay. I'll be speckling with white. Okay, so let's do the base first and get that glued together. And that way it can be drying. I think it's going to work. I think it is. Got all these little pieces here. Okay. Let me just go out just a little bit here. There we go. All right. Get my glue. Okay. All right. I'll be taking this to my craft show. Yeah. I'll be leaving right at 8 o'clock. So I can get there at 8:15. Should not be much traffic. You know, there's a lot of people that have the rest of the week off. Okay, gonna set that up there. Let's ink everything. Yeah, lots of people have the rest of the week off, so should not be much traffic for me, which will be nice. Okay, getting all of this inked on the edges. Get everything done. All the details on my gingerbread guy, I'll do that last. Boy, oh boy, there's always so much to do this time of year. So one thing I really look forward to is watching the Macy Day Parade. Anybody else? I just, it's just one of my favorite things to do. I love it. I look forward, even if I watch the rerun, there are times when, guess what? Darlene slept in because she was exhausted from the season. I might even sleep in my human dog bed in the living room tonight. So I can wake up and watch it in the morning with the dogs in bed. Yeah. And at least my husband doesn't have to get up too early. He doesn't have to get up and put the turkey on. He has to do the prime rib, but it doesn't take as long as the turkey. I don't think it does. Maybe it does. But yeah, he's doing prime rib for me since I can't have turkey. Okay, gonna get all in here. I think this is gonna be adorable, you guys. I think that I'm gonna love how it turned out. Okay, inking all my edges. I'll use a Q-tip here in a second. Okay, so I got everything that I can get. I'm gonna use a Q-tip to do all the details. Okay, so I need to do details under the chin and then along the arms. The hands are gonna be in there, so I don't have to do all of that. Along the belly, I want a line along the belly. So I'm just using the Q-tip to do this. If you get too much, like I think I didn't get it quite round. So I'm just going to take a wet Q-tip. Yep, I stuck it in my mouth. And I'll fix it. So, yep, I just, basically you're kind of painting with these. I just do it. I just grab that Q-tip and I just kind of make my lines with it the way that I need to. Okay. All right. And then around here, there's a few areas that I really want to kind of outline on the inside parts of the letters. I just think it makes it look better. And then we'll glue this together, and then we'll speckle it, and then we'll glue the base on, and it will be done. Okay. Yeah, quick project. I was just going to paint it, but I may as well paint with you guys because you know what? It's fun. This is my favorite time of the day, is being able to create with you guys, being able to check in and see what's going on. I know my life is hectic. I know I don't get messages returned. It's really hard this time of year. My life is just laser focused on the craft shows, because being responsible for that and making sure that things sell too for the business at the craft show, and making sure that when I'm in charge of it, that I'm focused on everything that's important, and helping out too. So like with this one, I don't work today, but I do have to deliver some stuff to the craft show. And then I will work all day Friday, all day Saturday at the craft show. Okay, so I got all that. Let's glue together. Actually, I think I want to do the inside of the O a little bit, just a little bit. Don't have to do the whole thing. Okay, let's glue this together. Let's see how it looks. We get a sponge with some glue for the tiny words. You've never watched the parade. Oh yeah, it's really fun. It's super cute. Oh yeah, Valerie, I will see you Friday. I'll be in the checkout room, but my booth will be there. So I'll see you when you check out. It will be a little bit hectic. I anticipate a big crowd. Today will be crazy too, because I mean there'll be lots of people shopping today. But we will be restocking. Most of the crafters will be making stuff on Thanksgiving Day, when after all of the festivities are done. I will be painting again. Look how cute that is. Oh my gosh, guys, it's adorable. It is adorable. One hand there, one hand here. I'll put a little bit of glue in here for the letters. I can see where it's supposed to be. You don't have to put glue the whole way. Yeah, I'm glad you're going to come down, Valerie. That'll be fun. Okay, that's probably enough. And then I'll do the other one. I'll do the Baked with Love. I will need to use my sponge for that. Okay, there's that. I'll do a little bit of cleanup. There'll be a little bit of cleanup on aisle 3. A little bit of extra glue oozing out. So I'm going to grab a Q-tip to do that. No big deal. It's easy peasy. Okay, so I'm going to use a little sponge for this part. Put some glue right here. Close that. We do need to speckle still. So we're going to speckle. Hopefully I'll get like 6 of these painted tomorrow or tonight to take to my craft show on Friday. Baked with Love. I think it's super cute. I think it turned out. I think it did. But I need to speckle it still. Oops. Stay there. It needs to be speckled. So I'm going to speckle it with white. So I need a little bit of water. I don't need as big of an area. Let me see what I can do. I need paper towels down to cover my area, but let me see. Where's my paper towels? Okay. All right. So I need some water and I need white. Okay, so I'm going to speckle with white. I have white paint right here. I'm going to put a little bit of water over in here. And then here is my toothbrush that I'm going to use. Okay, so let me put a little bit more white paint. All right, let's speckle. Grab my toothbrush, dip it in the water, paper towel, paint, paper towel, water, paper towel. I think I need more paint on there. Okay, I'm going to test it out on the base and see if it works. Okay. Here we go. Gonna speckle. It just kind of adds to it, guys. I just like the look. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. I just like the look of it. Okay, perfect. Okay, we're going to dry really quickly. Let me show you what it looks like speckled. Can you see the little dots? Okay. All right, I'm going to get a paper towel for my finger. And we're going to dry really quickly. Let me just move this and this. We'll dry this and we'll assemble it. We'll be done. Oh my goodness, guys. Okay. Here we go. So cute. Super cute. I have my glue gun plugged in because I will need to reinforce the back. All right. Not bad for just kind of throwing it together, right? Tiny bit of glue. Put it down into the stand. Make sure the stand works. There's times when it doesn't. Okay. And then there's a little bit of glue that oozed out. I'm going to take a Q-tip and I'm going to clean that up. Okay. I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue at the back to just hold it permanently. So I know, Valerie, I felt really bad last time you watched, you came the wrong, you came before it was open. I think that's what it was. Yeah. I had somebody that read last week's flyer wrong and thought it was this week. They sent me a frantic message because their mama loves to go to the show and she's in a wheelchair. And there's like, are there any other shows? And I'm like, yes, actually I'm setting up for one right now. Here's the information for it. So, okay, I'm going to use, there's like a little string there. Just going to use my heat gun to get the string on. It will melt it. Okay, make sure that we're straight up and down. Don't want it to be leaning. No leaning Tower of Pisas. Okay, Pisa. Okay, let me put you to myself and we're done. Record time, guys. I think we created that in record time. I gotta grab a paper towel, scoop up all of my paintbrushes, get them cleaned up, and then out the door. All right, I love you guys. I hope you have a very happy Thanksgiving. I probably will not hop on here tomorrow. I think I will let you guys just enjoy your day, and I'll see you on Friday. All right, love you guys. Have a fantastic day today and tomorrow.